Okay, so welcome back to my new video. This video, we are going to be talking about ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is just a conversational AI platform developed by OpenAI. So as you can see from the screen, it has some examples, capabilities, and limitations. Okay, so you can ask questions like explain quantum computing in simple terms. Got any creative ideas for 10-year-old's birthday? How do I make an HTTP request in JavaScript? And also, if you look at the capabilities, it says, well, remember what user said earlier in the conversation. Okay, so you can ask the conversational AI follow-up questions. So that is what you see here. Allow users to provide follow-up corrections. And it's also trained to decline inappropriate requests. And some of the limitations are may occasionally generate incorrect information. It also occasionally produce harmful instructions or biased content, and it's only limited to knowledge of the world and events after 2021. Okay, so so in 2022, 2023, if you ask it questions beyond 2021, it might not be able to give you an answer. Okay, so you can see the ChatGPT January 9 version. Okay, so I think they will keep updating their models over time. Okay, based on the data they collected over time. So we are going to ask the AI some few questions, and let's see what it's going to give us. My first question is, what is ChatGPT? So that is the answer. It says, well, it's a large language model developed by OpenAI, and it's trained on a diverse range of internet text, and it's able to generate human-like responses to a wide variety of prompts. Okay, it is based on the GPT architecture. Okay, so my next question to ChatGPT is to write a Flask application with only one endpoint. You see, it was able to generate the example with some description and some example. You see, it says you can navigate to 5,000 port in your browser, but you can see that if you copy this and paste it, you don't have the port specified in the app.run. So we can add ChatGPT a follow-up question. So can you add the port information to the script above? You see, it added a port 8,000 instead of 5,000. Okay, so we can tell it to add the port that we are interested in. So assuming I'm interested in the 5,000 port, I can do so. So and the host information as well as use port 5000. It's still thinking, so let's wait for it. So it's still writing the instruction I gave it. So you can see some descriptions up there, and it's also using os.environ.get host as well as the port information. Okay, so I'm going to copy this one, which I'm interested in, and then I'm going to go to my Python IDE and create a new directory called ChatGPT. And I'm going to create a file called app.py. I'm going to paste that code in. You can see the endpoint is just at the root, and it's going to display this message to us. Okay, so let me ask ChatGPT other information. Okay, so I'm going to ask ChatGPT create a Docker file based on the script above. Also, make sure to exclude unwanted files in the Docker file. And okay, so let's run this. So you can see it notice I'm using a Flask, but I'm going to change this. Change Flask run commands in the Docker file to Python 3 and the name of the script and the name of the Python script. Let's see what we are going to get. Okay, so this is what I want, but I think it didn't add the excluded files that I was interested in. So let's see. So this is what I wanted, the Docker ignore file. It actually talked about it, but it didn't add it in the Docker file. Okay. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to create a file called Docker file. And I'm going to paste that code in there. You see, it's exposing port 5000 because it knew we opened this port 5000. Okay. It's also going to install whatever we have in the requirements.txt. Okay, so I'm going to create a requirement.txt file, requirements.txt, and I'm going to put in Flask as the dependency. Okay. So I think that is that. I'm also going to show me how to run the Docker build and Docker push commands for this image. I think it already showed it here, but I wanted to redo it for us. So this is how we can run it. The command, this is it. If we build it with this name, we need to run it with this name. Okay, so it's also showing us how we can use Docker to log in and then push that image. Okay, so we are going to do that. Okay, so let's go back to our Docker file. Okay, so let me go to my terminal instead. Okay, so I'm gonna cd into Python microservice. Where is it? Let me see the directory that I'm working from. I think it's desktop Kafka Python. Okay. cd Kafka Python. cd into Python ML. Also cd into ChatGPT. Okay, so that is our file. So what we are going to do is we're going to say Docker build, and then we tag it as ChatGPT demo -demo, and then a dot. Okay, so it's done. So what we are going to do is we're going to say Docker run, and then we're going to say chat GPT -demo. And we are going to forward the port 5,000 to 5,000. And then we run this. Okay, the address is already in use. So let me do 5,001. Okay, so you can see that that it's running on this port. So I'm going to copy this and visit that port. So if I visit, I think it's 501, sorry. Yeah, so you can see that our app is running on this port. Message is hello world. Okay, so ChatGPT got it right. So the next thing we are going to look at is we want to send this to our Kubernetes. Okay, so we are going to ask ChatGPT to help us. So create a Kubernetes manifest file for this script. Consider deployment and service files. So it's generating a Kubernetes file for us. You can see the deployment. This is the deployment, and I think it's creating the service. And it's also telling us how we can apply the deployment as well as the service. Okay. So I'm going to copy. I'm going to copy the deployment. So this is the deployment. I just copied it. And then I'm going to create a new file called deployment.yaml file. And I'm going to change a lot of stuff here. I think we called it ChatGPT-demo. So I'm going to replace all. So this is where you need to have some basic knowledge of what is going on. So I need to change all this. And also the image, I'm going to call it, my username is worldbosskafka/that. Okay, so this is how I'm going to change it. And then also I'm going to paste in the service file with 3 other dots. So let's go for the service. So I'm going to copy the service as well. Paste the service in here. And change the name to ChatGPT demo. ChatGPT demo. Yeah, so I think that is it. Okay. So the last thing I want to do is I want to push it to Docker repository. So I'm going to say Docker push, and then I'm going to specify the name and call it ChatGPT -demo. Say, okay, so I'm going to build this. Okay, I already built it. An image does not exist locally with a tag that. Okay, so let me tag it as World Boss. World Boss Kafka, or it's like that. Okay. Okay, so I can push it this way. Okay. Okay, so it's done. So what we can do now is to do Minikube start our Kubernetes classes, and then I'll show you how to deploy this simple application to Kubernetes. And then probably we might ask ChatGPT to do some few stuff for us, and then we call it a day. Yeah, so I think the Minikube is done installing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say kubectl create namespace and call it ChatGPT. And then we're going to say kubectl get ns. So we have ChatGPT created. So we are going to use it, ChatGPT. And then now I can just create kubectl apply the two YAML files, which are the deployment and then the service. Okay, I think we only have one deployment file. So we've created the deployment get all. Okay, so you can see the pod is running. And let's expose this service so we can access it. So we can say kubectl port forwarding. And then the service name is what? ChatGPT-demo. Okay. So once we go to our browser, we should be able to access this application. Okay, so if I call it 5,000, okay, you can see that we can still access the application from Kubernetes. Okay, so basically that is it for our ChatGPT demo. Okay, so I think you can create an account, chat with it, but make sure that you know what you are doing, because it doesn't always give accurate information. Okay, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.